and we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. So hopefully that's what you're here for, because it's BSA AML. It's our crash course in cryptocurrency or virtual currency or digital assets. And we're going to go through and talk about what has been going on in this area. We're going to start at a 101 level. So we're going to go through and talk about some of the terms that you need to know and understand so you can at least, appreciate what the risk is, and you can discuss it with your management team. We're going to talk through a lot of the risks that are associated from a BSA, AML, CFT perspective. We're going to talk about what types of customer due diligence you might want to think about implementing if you haven't done so yet. We're going to go through the guidance, various red flags. We're going to talk about case studies of some of the enforcement actions that have occurred over the last few years related to this industry. And then we're going to talk about the attempts to regulate the cryptocurrency market. There's been a lot of twists and turns. This is one of those areas where the entire industry moves incredibly fast, and the regulatory process is typically pretty slow. So it's really unique challenge trying to regulate this industry. So we'll give you an update on where that's at, because with the new administration, things have been changing very quickly. In fact, it's a day-to-day thing. Every morning, I get up and I look to see what has changed in the crypto world, and it's been hard to keep up with. So we'll try to touch on that as well. But like I mentioned before, I encourage you to download the materials and have them available. There's going to be some helpful links, citations to other bits of information. Think of it this way: there are tens of thousands of pages of law and regulation and guidance related to BSA AML, and we're trying to take all of that information and put it into a helpful outline that you can use as a jumping off point to help you in your task of wrapping your head around this, but then also being able to justify your knowledge. So as you're flipping through, you'll see some of the writing is in italics and some of the writing is not italicized. What's the logic there? Well, like I said, we're not going to take all of this information and just throw it at you. It's in an outline form. And part of that process is trying to take some of those complicated regs and put it into plain English. So the plain English is when it is not italicized. That's where we're trying to take these regs and put it into an outline form that's easy to digest. But there are some direct quotes. If the language you're looking at is in italics, that is a direct quote from some official source, and then you know that it's straight from the horse's mouth. Now, the other nice thing is you don't have to take my word for it. There are also citations throughout the material, whether it's a citation to the law, regulation, guidance, or a web link to a helpful website that'll get you more information on that point, sprinkled throughout the entire manual. The key here is the manual is a jumping off point. Yes, it's great that you can flip through and you can kind of keep your bearings as we go through the material, but it's intended to be a tool or a resource that you can use tomorrow and the next day and the next day to help you wrap your head around this very complicated area. And then also, while we're going through the materials, I'm going to be referencing page numbers. I'm going to be flipping slides. I'm going to be talking with my hands. And if you feel lost and you're trying to figure out, okay, where is Kevin at? I'm not seeing where is it. Look on the top corner of that slide. There will be a page number that will let you know pretty much where we're at in the manual itself.